Breaking news: Ukrainian drones have carried out a daring and unprecedented strike on a key Russian logistics hub, deep within the Bryansk region. This is not just another skirmish near the border, it's a bold move that sends shockwaves far behind enemy lines, right into the heart of Russia's military infrastructure. Massive explosions erupt in the darkness, lighting up the night sky and shattering the illusion of safety that many Russians believed existed far from the front lines. The thunderous blasts ripple through the city, a stark reminder that the war is no longer confined to distant battlefields. The Bryansk-Elgovsky railway station, a vital artery for Russia's war effort and a crucial link in its supply chain, is struck with precision. This hub, once bustling with military freight and supplies, now lies damaged and in chaos, its role in the war effort suddenly uncertain. Residents, who once felt protected by layers of air defenses and distance from the front, are jolted awake by the reality of war reaching their doorsteps. The shock and fear are palpable as people peer out into the night, realizing that nowhere is truly beyond the reach of conflict. This was no random act of violence, it was the culmination of weeks of meticulous planning and intelligence gathering by Ukraine's GUR, the military intelligence agency. Every detail was considered, every movement calculated, to maximize the impact and minimize risk. The mission was clear: sever Russia's critical supply line by targeting a military train loaded with ammunition and fuel. Disrupting this lifeline would not only hamper Russian operations at the front, but also send a powerful message about Ukraine's reach and capabilities. Hidden deep within a secure bunker, Ukrainian drone operators initiated a complex multi-stage assault. These skilled personnel, working in secrecy and under immense pressure, coordinated the attack with pinpoint accuracy, demonstrating the sophistication of modern drone warfare. The first wave of drones was designed to disable, not destroy, knocking out key infrastructure and sowing confusion among Russian defenders. This calculated move set the stage for the main strike, ensuring that the real target would be vulnerable and exposed. The second wave followed swiftly, zeroing in on the true prize. As chaos and panic spread, drones struck the ammunition and fuel-laden train, triggering a series of massive explosions that engulfed the railway yard and sent shockwaves through the Russian military command. As dawn breaks and the world takes notice, Russian state media scrambles to control the narrative, claiming victory and minimal damage. But on social media, a different story unfolds, one of destruction, panic, and a shaken sense of security. Grainy, shaky videos captured by bystanders show the sky ablaze, with secondary explosions echoing for miles around. The fire and chaos are impossible to hide, and the truth spreads rapidly across the internet. The reality emerges: a handful of highly trained operators, equipped with advanced drones and innovative tactics, have managed to change the face of modern warfare. Their actions prove that technology and ingenuity can level the playing field, even against a much larger adversary. This night will be remembered as a turning point, a stark demonstration that nowhere in Russia is truly safe from the reach of modern conflict. The war has come home, and its impact will be felt for a long time to come. As the drones cross into Russian airspace, they vanish from radar, entering a hostile world of electronic warfare. Pilots Mikhailo and Olena lose GPS, their screens flickering with static. Flying blind, they trust in pre-programmed routes and their drone's stealthy design. The drones skim treetops, using terrain masking to evade detection. Every hill and forest offers fleeting cover from Russian radars. Sophisticated frequency-hopping links help dodge jammers, but control is tenuous. The pilots send only basic commands, relying on the drone's autonomy. Russian operators hunt for fleeting signals, but the drones slip through the digital net. For every jammer, there's a countermeasure. For every radar, a valley to hide in. The silent battle of algorithms and radio waves decides the mission's fate. Victory here means the real attack can begin. With GPS jammed, the drones switch to backup navigation, inertial systems, celestial navigation, and terrain contour matching. Star cameras snap the night sky, letting the drones correct their course by the constellations. Tercom uses digital maps and radar altimeters to match the ground below, guiding the drones through darkness. Russian jammers can't block the stars or the shape of the Earth. The operators watch as their drones, guided by ancient and modern methods, press on. Tension spikes when one drone loses its terrain lock over a reservoir, but it regains its path on the far shore. This layered navigation keeps the mission alive. The drone's resilience is a testament to Ukrainian ingenuity. the digital wall is breached. As dusk settles over Bryansk, the first wave of Ukrainian drones approaches, their focus shifting to a critical target, a sprawling electrical substation nestled in the rural outskirts. The hum of the drones blends with the evening air, signaling the start of a meticulously planned operation. The mission is clear: disable, not destroy. The objective is to strike the main step-down transformer, a vital component that channels high-voltage electricity into the city's grid. By targeting this transformer, the team aims to cripple the infrastructure without causing unnecessary collateral damage. Olena, the lead drone pilot, sits tensely in the command center. For weeks, she's studied every blueprint and surveillance image, learning the transformer's vulnerabilities. Now, her hands steady on the controls, she locks onto the precise spot that will yield maximum disruption. Around her, the rest of the drone squadron hovers in formation, engines idling, ready to respond instantly to any sign of enemy resistance or counterattack. Each pilot is alert, awaiting Olena's signal. With a deep breath, Olena initiates the attack. Her drone dips into a controlled dive, slicing through the air with precision, its camera fixed on the heart of the transformer. The payload strikes with a sharp flash. At first, the substation appears untouched, the silence almost eerie as the team waits for a sign of success. Suddenly, thick smoke billows from the transformer, followed by a shower of sparks. Flames leap up as the oil inside ignites, confirming the hit. The substation is now crippled, its systems failing one by one. Instantly, the city's lights flicker and die. The railway station plunges into darkness, and military installations lose power, their operations grinding to a halt. The blackout is decisive. Russian air defenses are blinded, their radar screens fading to black. Communication falters as confusion spreads through the ranks. Emergency crews scramble to activate backup generators, but chaos reigns. The sudden loss of power leaves them disoriented, struggling to restore order amid the darkness. Air defense teams, now isolated, are forced to rely on outdated portable sensors and binoculars, their technological edge lost in an instant. In the Ukrainian command center, soldiers listen intently to intercepted Russian radio chatter. Confusion and panic echo through the static, revealing the enemy's disarray. The window for the main assault has opened. Every second counts as the Ukrainian forces prepare to exploit the blackout. The Russian defenders, caught off guard and leaderless, scramble to regroup. Their initiative is lost and their response is slow and reactive. Now, with the enemy blinded and vulnerable, the real strike force launches into the night. The main attack is about to begin and the fate of the operation hangs in the balance. The transformer's destruction throws Russian defenses into chaos. Radars and command links go dark, leaving air defense crews blind and isolated. Backup generators sputter to life, but the critical window is open. Russian operators scramble, unsure if it's sabotage or technical failure. Confusion reigns as communication is jammed and situational awareness collapses. The Ukrainian pilots monitor frantic Russian radio calls. The blackout shatters confidence and coordination. Defenders are now reactive, struggling to catch up. The element of surprise is maximized. The main attack force moves in. The defenders are left guessing where the next blow will land. With the enemy's defenses temporarily blinded, a second, more formidable wave of drones surges through the night sky, racing toward the railway station. Every second counts as the window of opportunity is rapidly closing. Larger, heavily armed quadcopters, each loaded with powerful explosives, push forward in tight formation. Their engines hum with urgency as they slice through the darkness, determined to reach their target before Russian air defenses can regroup. Mikhailo, the mission's lead operator, guides the attack with steady hands and nerves of steel. He knows that time is their greatest enemy. Russian electronic warfare systems could come back online at any moment, threatening to cut the mission short. The drones skim just above the rooftops, weaving between city buildings and darting through narrow streets. They use the urban landscape as a shield, staying hidden from prying eyes and enemy radar. Night vision cameras reveal a city plunged into near total darkness, the only light coming from the burning substation in the distance. The chaos below provides perfect cover for the advancing drones. Suddenly, a lone anti-aircraft gun erupts, sending tracer rounds into the night. But the drones respond instantly, dropping lower and hugging the railway tracks, making themselves nearly impossible targets. Russian soldiers, desperate and disoriented, fire blindly into the darkness. Their bullets light up the night, but the agile drones remain elusive, darting just out of reach. Mikhailo's drone is the first to breach the rail yard perimeter. Through his screen he scans the maze of tracks, searching for the military train hidden among dozens of others. Intelligence has pinpointed a specific sighting. Mikhailo switches to thermal imaging, carefully scanning for the telltale heat signatures of engines and armed guards. Civilian trains, dark and empty, are ignored. Mikhailo's focus is absolute. He's after the one train that could change the course of the battle. Suddenly, the camera locks onto the target, a long, heavily guarded military train, loaded with supplies and ammunition. The final approach begins, tension mounting with every passing second. The decisive moment is here. Mikhailo steadies his breath, knowing everything hinges on what happens next. The target is clear, a kilometer-long train of ammunition and fuel. Mikhailo commands the drones into position, forming a deadly perimeter. The plan: disable the locomotive, ignite the fuel, and detonate the ammunition cars. Drones drop tandem-charged warheads with precision. Silent impacts are followed by a series of massive explosions. The locomotive erupts in fire, fuel tankers burst, spreading flames. The ammunition car detonates, triggering a chain reaction. Night turns to day as the central section of the train is obliterated. Shockwaves and shrapnel tear through the yard. A river of fire flows down the tracks, igniting everything in its path. Secondary explosions continue for nearly an hour. The railway hub is reduced to a smoldering ruin. The mission's objective is achieved in spectacular fashion. Bryansk is left in ruins, the night sky lit by fire and explosions. Russian authorities rush to deny the scale of the disaster, claiming all drones were intercepted. State media shows staged footage, hiding the true devastation. But as dawn breaks, citizens post videos of the destruction online. Satellite images confirm the railway yard is obliterated, a massive crater where the train once stood. The official narrative collapses under the weight of digital evidence. The world sees the truth. A precision strike has destroyed a high-value military target. Russian denials only highlight their powerlessness. The attack's effectiveness is undeniable. The myth of invulnerability is shattered. The consequences ripple far beyond Bryansk. The Bryansk strike redefines modern warfare. Deep strike capability is no longer reserved for superpowers. Small, agile forces can now devastate critical targets. The operation blends intelligence, electronic warfare, and precision strikes at low cost. Air defense systems, once thought impenetrable, are outmaneuvered by innovation. The attack exposes the vulnerability of centralized infrastructure. For Russians, the war is no longer distant. Trust in official narratives erodes. For Ukrainians, it's a morale-boosting David and Goliath victory. The future of conflict belongs to those who innovate and adapt. The night at Bryansk is a warning. The rules of war have changed.